Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share videos with a couple of friends. We're trying to reach 500 subscriptions. Every subscription helps us out with that goal. Once we cross that 500 subscription threshold, we're trying to get to 1,000. And with that, we might start doing some cool giveaways, little things, knick-knack things, popcorn buckets, shirts, stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of cool too, to get some people engaged as well. We're trying to build out that community. So like I said, all of your subscriptions help us out a lot. If you are subscribed and you are spreading the word, that helps us out a lot as well. And we definitely appreciate you very much. This one's from comicbookmovie.com. Rumor here, so let's take it with a grain of salt. But I have talked about this series. It's definitely been a series that's been in the works for a while now. It's one of those ones that we'll just have to see what comes of it in the next couple years, of course, because when I did talk about it, it seemed like it was about 2 years out. But yes, rumor, Man of Steel star Henry Cavill eyed to star in Marvel Studios' Nova TV series. Henry Cavill has already appeared in the MCU after showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine, but a new rumor suggests we'll see the British actor join the ranks of the Nova Corps in Marvel Television's Nova. Let's read more into it. Henry Cavill's time as Superman came to an undignified end after being tapped by Warner Brothers for Black Adam's mid-credits scene, The Flash's reshoots, a Man of Steel sequel, and likely projects including Black Adam 2 and Crisis on Infinite Earths. When James Gunn and Peter Safran formed DC Studios, Cavill was dropped and David Corenswet was tapped to play the hero in this summer's Superman, which is going to be hitting theaters in July of this year. The British actor, who also bid farewell to The Witcher, wasted no time in making the leap to the MCU for a cameo role as a Wolverine variant in Deadpool and Wolverine. Rumors have since persisted that Cavill is being lined up to return, though not necessarily as Logan. Hollywood scooper My Time to Shine H has today claimed that Henry Cavill is being eyed for a role in the Nova show. As usual, this relatively vague claim doesn't shed any additional light on who the former Superman would play, though Richard Rider is a compelling possibility. We wouldn't bank on that or even seeing Cavill in Nova, but he has worked in television and this streaming series is likely to be a relatively big budget project. It's also expected to set the stage for an even bigger Annihilation story, likely involving the Avengers. Marvel reached out to writers and asked them to pitch for a Nova TV show with Annihilus as the main villain in mind. A recent report about Nova claimed they also requested the story to feel young and sexy, capturing the energy of the 80s military movies. One pitch was essentially Starship Troopers with Richard Rider and Casper's arc as a sort of cocky jerk who falls in love with Namorita, joins the Nova Corps, and gets assigned to a backwater outer rim-like planet that becomes the first phase of the Annihilus Wave. In this supposed pitch, they treated the Annihilation Wave like the bugs in Starship Troopers, really leaning into the theme of how the Nova Corps uses propaganda to police the galaxy and recruit members, it concluded. We first met the Nova Corps in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. Unfortunately, filmmaker James Gunn wasn't interested in bringing Richard Rider to the big screen. He wanted to keep the focus on only one human character, and the Corps were portrayed as little more than a regular intergalactic police force. Avengers Infinity War strongly hinted that Thanos had laid waste to them. Well, at least 50% of them at that time, though that doesn't mean Marvel Studios can't still find a way to introduce or reintroduce the group with the superpowered Richard Rider among those tasked with protecting the wider universe. Originally created by writer Marv Wolfman and artist John Romita Sr., Richard Rider first appeared in The Man Called Nova #1 in 1976. He gained his powers when the last surviving Centurion of the Nova Corps, Roman Day, transferred his abilities to him to battle the villain Zor. What do you think about Henry Cavill potentially being in this show and maybe even being Richard Rider? What do you think about that? I think that'd be interesting. As I said, this is a rumor, so we're treating this with a grain of salt. I did report on Nova before. Looks like we're probably 2 years out as far as a show coming out for this, but it has been in development. As you can see within the article, they're talking about scripts are being written for this show, so definitely looks like there is some early production going on with it. Any more information that I get regarding this, I'll definitely be reporting it because I do find this interesting, and I think Nova could be done well if it is done right. Maybe a little late to do it in this phase of the MCU, but then again, we will just have to see how Marvel Studios approaches this. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues, let them know to subscribe as well, and ring the bell for notifications. If I get any more updates on Nova, I will definitely be making reports on those updates. With that being said, it's Neff signing off. Be safe, ladies and gents.